I'd have
Rita.
been
That was
fine with
Rita.
that.
No, that was Dude that
But I
said
thought
that.
Glorilla
Cause
was
I
in
seen the
here.
It
little
wasn't
singing thing
me.
going.
I swear to God, I didn't say
Oh
that.
well, who said it? Rita?
Hmm.
Hey, Glorilla.
I said,
Yeah.
get to me now. Which one you want to get to me later? Get to me
I'm
now.
right here because I was trying to. I thought it was due, but since it wasn't due, back to you, little hooker hoochie. Don't do that again because you're gonna say, "Oh, we respectfully, we didn't mention you. You did mention me because I was a part of the fucking battle of the year. So you should have brought me up. Look,
We
hold
ain't
on, no,
mention you. We didn't mention you
no.
individually, so you could not be pulled up at that
Are we
time. It just
breezing
is what
past
it
the fact
is.
that I thought Pop Smoke was alive again? Hey, dog lady.
Yeah, what
What's up?
happened?
Hey, why
Alive
you thought
again
that
is
was
crazy.
me?
Crazy.
What
The
the hell you
fuck?
thought it was me for?
I thought it was
What
Pop Smoke,
happened?
baby. I ain't gonna
Now,
lie.
Shuni,
Ain't
yeah,
nothing
turn off
happened,
your
dog. They
mic.
put her.
Because y'all motherfuckers is
Ain't nothing
wild and
happened,
not
dog. They
having
put
this
her at
girl
Respectfully,
10
in that
again.
top
respectfully,
three.
y'all, woman of the year in the building. Can we bring
They
her
put
up,
her at 10
please?
again.
No,
That's a
Yeah,
she's done
fact.
enough. This is
that was the
about
only.
me. She's
If it
done
was
enough.
one hill to die on, it was the Shuni hill. I ain't gonna cap. I That love was
Jazz
like you,
has
the
done
biggest
enough.
outrage.
Jazz has done enough. She don't need to come up. This is about me right now. Please.
Right. Jazz is on her way
Jazz
right
definitely
now.
swept everything. He showed up and showed
Well, they
out.
brung her up anyway, Shuni, so you might as
Can
well
I
become a
have
I
listener,
one
said it.
child.
She's on her way
moment?
Yo,
right
it's
now. It's
all the
ghetto pop.
bags, Jazz in the building.
Hey,
Clean, sweet
Hey
jazz.
y'all.
It's Jody.
This
Congrats.
bitch
Not
changed her
Jody.
name to Jody.
Congrats, big
Thank you,
bag.
everybody. Thank you,
Jody
thank you,
Crazy.
thank you,
Congrats,
thank
boo.
you.
Respectfully, if you ain't here to talk about me, slide on, baby girl.
It's ghetto in
Slide
here.
on.
Right.
It is ghetto.
Very
It's
ghetto.
ghetto.
Y'all brung her up here so
Jazz,
she
I
could
was
say
supposed to be
this
at
is
number 10.
ghetto.
Basically,
Okay.
she Jody.
Yeah. I can say what I want in the space. Feel me? Feel me? Feel
You
me?
Oh,
good?
here we go.
Feel me? I'm great actually. I feel amazing. The I watched the whole debate, and I just
What
want to
debate,
commend
girl?
all
Because that was in a debate.
I want to commend all the people on the panel. You
Go,
guys
Poochie.
had a tough task. I would never do it. I could never do it. Salute y'all for taking y'all time out to watch all them goddamn battles. And really just sorting out who is y'all top 15. I did notice just a lot of you, listening to people's arguments and saying, you know what, maybe I am bugging. This person should be there. This person shouldn't be there. So y'all weren't like stubborn on y'all picks and shit like that. So big salute to y'all. Thank you to the fans that voted, donated, and voted. Obviously, the awards were fan voted, and I won all of them. So thank you to everybody in that case. Um,
I can't,
just two things. I
bitch.
just think, huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, just two things. I think everybody's saying it. I think Shuni should have been higher. I also feel like official should have been higher. Like I
Thank you, ma'am.
feel like y'all kind of.
Thank you. Thank you.
Say it. Say it,
You already
motherfucker.
won. Tell them they dropped the ball. Give you your money. They dropped the ball. That's it. Keep up.
Speak up.
Nah,
She
y'all
must
feel
have
like
got
y'all
a
cracked your
call.
end. Oh, hello. Y'all can hear
Go
me?
We
ahead,
can
Cass.
hear
We can
you.
hear
We
you.
hear
Oh,
you.
oh. But yeah, like it's always gonna be debates with the Cody and the Wody situation. Honestly, I feel like this might be the lightest debate out of all 3 years. It feels like everybody only has a problem with Shuni, and I've seen people have a problem with officials. So I think y'all did pretty fucking good. To me, y'all did pretty good. I think the top
Of
five.
course you gonna say that. You won every award, boo.
I think the top five was pretty interchangeable with a lot of women. As far as like 3 to 5 or 3 to 6, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm easy to please because I felt the same way about the Cody situation. I think the top five was pretty interchangeable. Like it could have went so many ways. It wasn't too far off for me. But yeah, I just came in to thank y'all, give y'all flowers. Thank y'all for giving me the flowers, and I guess y'all could go back to being ghetto because I'm about to get lit.
You deserve it.
I hope you.
Congratulations, Jazz.
Congratulations, Jazz.
I hope you choke on a whatever the fuck
A
the
Lamarita.
yeah. There you go.
Strawberry is what she drinks.
She drink all them shits. They sponsor her. And she called us ghetto.
Hey Don, welcome to the party one time.
We'll talk
And
about this
Don,
on the
say
next
thank
year's
you.
panel.
I
Say thank you,
mean,
Don.
hopefully we get to talk about you next year. Listen,
Thank
we
you very
trying to
much.
push it, J Black, to top 20.
What?
I'm letting J Black know that we're trying to
No, we
push
don't
it
need
to
no
top
top
20.
20 because y'all confused enough
If
with
we had a top 20,
the
you would have been mentioned. You would have been up here earlier.
No, I
No, I
heard
don't
y'all
want
was
to be.
already talking
I
about
don't
me,
want
and
to
then I
be.
seen y'all put Chirac up there like that shit mattered, but whatever.
Don, don't start all.
I'ma say whatever the
Don, is your
FCK
voice
I
deeper than
want.
usual? I
On
don't
top of
remember it
Shuni
being
not
this
K2,
being
get
in
low.
up
that
It's
here.
top
ghetto
three,
hour. Let her do her thing.
Yeah, let her do her.
yeah.
Okay.
I
Now
said what
tell
I
Twilkie.
said. And on top of Shuni not being in that top three, oh my God.
Lord, save them.
Y'all had me in here punching air. I don't appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't appreciate that
Don't
because
punch
Shuni
the
really put some
air.
fucking work in for 2022.
Thank you,
Wins,
Barry. I
losses,
mean
whatever. She
Don.
really, 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 really worked. Like,
If you call her
how
Papa
y'all?
Pump
I
one more
just need to
time.
know how y'all had
I
Yoshi
called
over
her
Shuni
Barry White
when
just
Yoshi
now.
really lost all of her battles that mattered for 2022. She lost, including the one with me. So and back to backs at that, because she had Charlie before me. So
Her
how do y'all
strength
got
of
her before Shuni?
schedule was
I don't
what
get
her
that.
strength of schedule is
I ain't
what
gonna
put
hold you.
her above a lot of women. She had nothing but 3 round one-on-one matchups. So
Dawn, some
because
of
of
them
that,
said she
her
beat you.
her strength of schedule put her above certain women.
So what Shuni
Oh,
had then,
okay.
Rita? Since you got your papers in front of you,
Shoni had a
Nah,
whole lot
Dawn,
of one
they said
rounders.
Yoshi
Since you
She
beat
want
you
to
had
though.
talk about
seven.
it,
She had 11 battles, 7 1 rounders, but her record was 5-1-5. That's what I kept seeing during the panel.
and
I
what was
don't
your
even know what none of that shit
what was
Yoshi
means.
Yoshi
record.
record?
Yoshi
Word, right?
record was. Yoshi record was 3-1-3.
What
And
three
this,
she won?
that's what I'm saying. They said she beat you, Phara. They said she beat Dawn and
No, she did
RX.
not.
She ain't beat me
And
because
she
the bitch
beat
lost
Coco
and
Cake.
she was crying,
Oh
so it
no,
was
Coco.
confusing. But y'all
One
can
of
have
these
that
battles
because
it
was
that
was
ain't
fake.
I ain't
Coco.
gonna
It
She
was
hold
got
y'all.
both
Y'all
Coco.
battles.
hung y'all
Y'all go
hats on
check
that
them
Coco
goddamn
Cake
comments. She
body
ain't
like
beat
that
me.
was.
Now they had
Mm,
Yoshi undefeated last year.
Again, three
She
round
ain't
one
beat
on
me.
one
All the
matchups.
women in
Every
battle rap
last single
that
battle
brought
was
that
a
girl to
three
tears.
round
She
one
ain't
on
beat
one
me.
matchup.
They
She
say she
lost
beat you,
against
Dawn.
Prestavia, Charlie Clips, and Caution.
See?
I know
And Dawn.
y'all just drank before y'all
Nah,
talk
fact.
about me because y'all
But
really
that happens with Cody and Wody.
lost
Sometimes
me.
just
Now you know
because
what I didn't
somebody
care
beats
for
you in a
though.
battle don't mean that they're not above you resume wise, performance wise. Like when you start
She
breaking
still
stuff
was
down
What
though.
you
and
say?
really getting into the nitty gritty, that don't mean that they're above you.
I can't remember who argument it was, but somebody was arguing that Yoshi that she had great material, that her material was just for the wrong room.
they was
And
wilding.
as a battler, that's not a point to make. If you wrote the wrong material for the wrong room, that's on you as a battler. Nobody
Right.
else, like that's just what it is.
That was probably me, but my point was that it
You
looked
know
a
what else
lot
I
worse
found to be stupid?
until you
I'm
write
sorry.
down the material, and the material is not as far away. But I said Prestavia won that battle off of everything else. She had all of the other intangibles, but I said Yoshi's writing was very good. It's just not for that round.
And
But
I agree. Like it's if you're right, but the thing is when you're right, you have like as a this is a battle. When we know at least we've got to know what kind of room we and then we write for that. And it's
And
kind of
even
like
what
when
kind
you
of
and when
opponent,
you
right?
exactly use that
Yeah,
you
no,
can't. And the only reason I say you can't use it is
I
point.
totally agree. I thought it was. I think it's bad battle rap IQ to come into a room and do as
Mm-hmm.
much scheming
Mhm.
in a battle as she did. We in the room and I was there. You just cannot appreciate that material. And when you got somebody punching your fucking head off, it looked crazy. What I mentioned,
Mhm.
what I mentioned as far as the loss goes, is that that battle will look a lot worse. But if you write the bars down,
Who
it's
cooking?
not. And
Dawn.
that was my only
My
thing. But
bad.
you're absolutely correct. She definitely her weak point is that she needs to learn to write for a big crowd. Otherwise, it's going to
No,
continue
she
to
just
hold her
needs
back.
to learn to write for who she writing for and know how to deliver it for the crowd. That's the problem. Is not what you writing, is how you deliver it. Had she delivered it for the crowd that she was rapping for, it would have been better. But
I don't
another
think.
point that somebody made that I hated was putting Prestavia where she was because she could rap on beat and she's a Christian and she'll slap somebody.
Yeah, that was
Nah,
Yeah,
weird.
the
I
That
didn't
was
rapping
like
on
that.
beat
dumb.
Yeah,
was
that was
crazy.
it.
Respectfully, I don't think that was the whole point. I think that that was the statement made, and everybody laughed at it. It was a funny statement, right? However, I don't think that was the whole point.
It
The
wasn't
point
that
is, it
funny.
was part of somebody's argument. Whether it was a statement or not, it was really part of somebody's argument.
That was real.
Oh no,
Yeah, bringing up the
no,
verbal
no,
was
no. We
on
not
battle
gonna
was
do
kind
that
of
because
crazy.
I said
Okay,
it
wait.
and it
Do
was not part of my
on beat
argument.
battles
I just
count?
made a statement. That's
No,
all it
I don't
was.
think that
It
was
was
you,
not my
CC. I thought
argument.
that was Nikki
Why?
that said
No,
that.
I said it. I said no. I made a comment, but that was not my argument.
So
You made
that
That
It
was
what
not
seemed
my
do the
like it
on
because
argument.
beat
they
battles
moved right
count
on
though?
after that. They was like, she
We
a
are all
Christian, number
allowed.
7.
We are all allowed.
right,
We are all
exactly. It was
allowed
from that.
to
Oh,
say
she's really
something
hot
about
on
what that
beat.
person did in the battle, and that's all I was saying because we was talking about Prestavia in her battles during the
Y'all was
battle.
talking about
I only
Prestavia
made
and then
one
went
statement,
to
but that
how
was
she
not
was
my
so fire on
defining
beat.
argument as to why Prestavia was where she was. So that's not correct.
And she's fire on beat. That was y'all argument. But
I
proceed,
gave her a compliment. We can give the
proceed,
ladies compliments.
proceed. Anyway, moving
So
along.
I got a question
I
too,
think
like,
that
and
was
I
a drop
understand
off
that.
on Yoshi's pen. Like it was a lot of emphasis on Yoshi pen, but other than the Prestavia battle,
We're
her
not even
materials.
talking about Yoshi's pen.
That's what I'm saying.
Respectfully,
We're
are
not
After
you
the
doing that.
listening
Prestavia
to
battle, her
nah, respectfully, are you listening to some of the stuff that Yoshi is saying? Like, want to watch back writing stuff down when you actually sit down and write her bars down, which is what a lot of us do. Um, it's crazy. I'm sorry. When you write it down, it's crazy.
But
Nah,
when
Yoshi definitely writes
when you've
fire.
been questioned for certain things and proven guilty for certain things, why would
Well,
people
prove it
take your
right
pen
now.
serious?
Prove it right
Are you
now.
talking about the
Prove that it's
ghostwriter?
going on right now.
Respectfully,
It's ghetto
and we
plot.
know that. We all
Prove that
know
it's
that.
going on right
We all
Y'all
now.
know
stop
that.
That's all I'm
arguing and
When
shit.
I
saying.
battled
All
Yoshi,
I'm
I could
saying is
literally tell
prove
what
that
she
it's
wrote
going
and
on
what she
right
didn't.
now. If
Mm.
that's what you're going to hold on to, prove it's going on right now.
I
Yoshi didn't
mean,
hello.
have
I
Y'all
shouldn't have been the
wow.
number
Yoshi.
Y'all said
10.
that
Yoshi
girl
didn't
beat me.
have
I'm
a.
literally the only person in battle rap that made her cry.
No, I made her cry too, girl.
Now Yoshi cry all the time.
What
Like
what
there's
what
like
like a little girl.
Yeah, she
yeah,
definitely
Yoshi
trying to
cry every
I ain't
day.
never
Like
seen her cry. Maybe I wasn't paying
oh
attention
yeah,
to
Yoshi
her.
cry
Definitely
all the time. That's not an accomplishment.
You
I
guys
ain't
I
gonna
mean,
are
say.
if
I got
you
a
did it,
question
Phara,
for
it don't matter. I did it first.
Rita. I got a question, and this is a serious question. So with and this is just perspective. If we know that the female battlers don't really battle as much as the
As the guys in 2022, if you ask me,
just as much or
they
just as much.
battle just
Okay,
as much
okay,
as the guys in
I'll agree.
2022. If you
I'll
look at
agree
some of
with
these
you.
women's resumes and you
But
look
I
at some
think
of these guys' resumes, they are
mhm.
equivalent.
Okay, but okay, this
And
my
I'm talking
argument for
about
that.
equivalent
If you
statistic
take away
wise and
if you
everything,
take away the
headliners and
females
all of
one,
that.
if you take away the females one rounders and you only
Why
count
are
the
we
three
taking away
rounders
their one
because y'all
rounders
didn't
from
count
their?
that's the point of my question because y'all didn't count them. So if you're
No,
not
they
counting
are
them,
counted, but they cannot. If a 3 round 1-on-1 is counted as 3 points, how much are we supposed to count a one rounder?
so look, so this is my question. The only reason I'm questioning that is because when you say that they battle just as much, you have to count their one rounders
The one
because
rounders
without
are
the one rounders,
counted.
they
Especially
Hold
did
when
on,
them
they.
joints be over
hold on,
5 minutes.
because they are counted. I think
But
you're
this what I'm saying.
Niggas be
misunderstanding the
rapping for
fact.
No,
five
no,
minutes
no,
straight.
no.
Don't forget that.
You have to understand that
Listen
they're
what I'm
not
saying
counted.
though. Listen what I'm
I get
asking.
I get what you're saying, but they're just not counted for as much. It's not a 3 round 1-on-1. It would be unfair to count a one rounder the same way. as we
No,
get a
I
three
agree.
round
I
one on one
100% agree.
matchup.
I 100% agree. So, but what I'm asking it because what it was said a lot on the panel was that y'all don't like the one rounders don't count as much. So my question is, wouldn't it kind of short? Because again, if you take away the one rounders from all the females, they don't batter nowhere near as much as the
But
males.
why would we take that away from
No,
them?
I'm not saying you should. Listen to what I'm saying. What
I
I'm
get
saying
it what
is, shouldn't
you're
they
saying, but
hold
my
a
thing
little
is
bit more weight because
again,
that's how they
again,
battle.
Right,
why would
J2.
we take that away? And at the same time, there are a lot of guys that do a lot of one rounders as well, and that get discussed on Cody.
But
I
I
will
feel like they
also
hold a
say
little more
J2.
weight on Cody.
J2, I will also say this too. Depending on who you battle in the one rounder, what happens in that one rounder may also give that rounder a little bit more weight, like Shuni and
Okay.
Fendi and her winning that belt. You feel me?
Hmm.
Oh, it ain't hold no weight at all this
I
time.
was, I was
You
gonna
It
say,
better
held
take
weight
that
for
but
me,
back.
y'all didn't even.
Shuni.
I was
I
gonna
brought
I
it
say,
I
up,
I only
child.
heard
I
Shoonie
brought
versus
it
Kid
up, Shuni.
Chaos one
You the
time.
only one, Tata.
So if niggas do a one round and rap for 5 minutes, it don't count.
See,
Why
like I
When
said,
would
I,
you
was-
women
I
rap
was
for
just
when
it's just
asking.
5 minutes
not
Listen,
females
and
weighted
battle,
as
I
it
didn't
takes
mean
heavily.
them
I didn't
30
mean for it
seconds.
to be a
Do the
point of
math.
contention. I was really just asking because I just felt
But
like
No, I'm talking to
it's
the
not
panel.
petty.
mathematically,
my main thing
To the
is I
panel.
really don't want to take away the one rounders
I
from the
don't think you
women,
should.
right?
Y'all
I
And
should
think it
not.
should be the
Not at
here's
all.
the
opposite.
reason why,
Especially
right?
when niggas be
Because
rapping
I
for
feel
five
like
minutes
all
straight.
battles matter. The same way a 2-on-2 battle still matters towards your resume. We just seen it win battle of the year. So it's
Hmm.
like it still matters for your resume, and we need that for your resume to also, just like Tata said, depending on the circumstances of that one rounder and how it work out. The same way with the light works. The light works are 90-second rounds, and it's cut as 3 90-second rounds. We can't count that as much as a one on one
Why not? It's 3
three
rounds.
So look,
three
so
round
okay, and
battle.
Rita, I
So the
agree. So
thing
this is
is,
my question.
the thing with that is it counts. Yes, it absolutely counts. However, we can't account it for the full amount because it's more difficult. It's a lot more work that goes into doing a three
Three
round
round
one
battle
on
than a
one
one round
matchup.
battle.
And I do give people credit
That's
for that
not
two
true.
on
That's
twos.
depending
Hold on,
on
hold
the
on, hold on, hold
round.
on, Don, hold on,
Hold on,
Don, hold on,
Don.
Don.
Bro, you don't
I
battle
I
got
for
you,
do
Don.
not
I
give
got you,
people
necessarily
Don. I
what
their
got you,
goes
Don.
credit.
into doing
I do
a
give
1 or
people
3
their
rounds.
credit for their
You
two
don't
on
battle. You
twos
don't
because
write. You don't do that.
you do have to get your shit together when it comes to a 2-on-2. Whether y'all live near each other or not, it's a lot that goes into doing a 2-on-2 as well. My thing is, it's still two people in the battle. It can't account for the full amount. It's not the same. It's just not the same. Something is different there. And it just is what it is. If y'all, here's the thing: if y'all really feel like 2-on-2s and one rounders need to account for as much as a 3 round matchup, y'all got to make it make sense.
The time is making it
Okay,
make
so no, no,
sense.
no, Don. I got you. Not so. My question. So what I'm saying is, when you say that, because when you're talking about strength of schedule, Shuni, perfect example. She got
You
off
really
the
heard
stage
a
from
girl who
battling a
don't
head
write
ice.
or don't
The
do
next
necessarily
day, she
about
literally
rounds as a
battled Kid
boy.
Chaos. So when you talk strength of schedule,
Facts.
I feel like sometimes those one rounders have to hold a little weight because I mean, look at it. Like she battled in 48 hours. She had, you know what I'm
They
saying,
do
And
four
hold a
I
little
rounds.
Taking
do
this
weight.
shit short
100%
They
notice.
do
think
Like
But
hold.
I
giving
get, but
niggas 4 minutes,
the reason
5
why I'm
minutes.
saying it is
That's
J2, that was her decision to do that. We didn't make her do that. We didn't say you got to do that in order to win WOTY or get higher on that. We didn't say that. She made that decision to do that the way that she did that and schedule shit the way that she scheduled it. It just is what it is. I get that, right? Because I do want to give people props for certain shit that they do. And they do get props for certain shit that they do. However, it is what it is. Like, we cannot count a 1 round matchup and have it be equivalent to a 3 round one-on-one matchup. We just cannot.
no. I agree. I
I
agree
think
that it doesn't
I
count
had
as
that
much.
question in mind too, not about the 1 round, 3 round, but as far as like the strength of schedule, are you guys going by like the names on the resume? Is it the time between opponents? Is it the where you're battling? Like, what does the strength of schedule really mean to
Name
you guys?
names,
No, strength
rounds.
of schedule is
Mhm.
basically all of that. Like, it's a lot that goes into strength of schedule.
The
The
names
level
you
of
battling, how
difficulty
many
of a
rounds you
battler's
battling them
opposition,
in.
how hard was their schedule. Like, it really depends on
so
your
so I'm about to rap
I'm
for like
sorry, can you
5 minutes
repeat
straight
that?
with 2 weeks notice. That shit don't count, right? For nothing.
Wait,
Yeah, I
say
was
that
gonna
again,
ask, does
Don.
that
Make
count
that
too?
make sense.
Wait,
Because
Don,
like
say
I
Because
that
said,
one
it's
more
certain
time.
1 rounds, people really be rapping for 5 minutes straight. When you
not
start
just the
breaking
one
stuff
round,
down,
Don.
They count.
That's damn near 3 rounds
Y'all
in
keep
one
saying it
round.
don't
Like,
count,
Yeah, I'm
but we
about to
keep
say,
telling
I don't,
y'all that it
yeah,
do. We
it
just can't
counts.
It
say that it is
counts.
the same as a three
Y'all
round
not
battle.
listening. It's
Okay,
not
but
then
let's
y'all
the
move
need to
from the
make it
same.
one
better,
round.
because 3 rounds, like, most people have time to do that. Most of the 1 round joints,
John, I'm not gonna hold you.
niggas
I
ain't
think
have
it's as
time,
great as
bro.
it's gonna get because you cannot hold a 1 round. I don't care how many minutes you decided to rap or how many minutes you decided to sign for a
It's
contract.
not.
We cannot hold a 1 round battle to the same standard of a 3 round one-on-one
So
matchup.
Do you
so
You
a
guys
can't.
think
three
prep
round
time
Even
is
if
an
look,
you rap
so a
consideration?
3 round
5 minutes, even
a
if you
three
rap five
round
minutes in a
one
one
1 minute and
rounder,
90 second
generally
battle
is 9 minutes in
matters.
a 3 round one-on-one matchup. So it's
A
still not
three
equivalent.
round one-on-one
It's
matchup
still not. Yeah, no,
with
I agree. It's
the
still not
time
enough.
frame of 1 minute and 90 seconds, that matters. That
Okay,
sounds
forget the
crazy.
one round. Do y'all take prep time into consideration, like what
Like, for
Jazz
real,
just
because
did
clearly y'all
with
don't.
Loso,
Especially
or when
you,
I
Miss,
went
up
and
there at the
battled
top.
I'm
Fon
not going to
for
hold
three
you. I don't
rounds, we
see
had
prep
11
time in none of
days.
our definitions.
Really? Because
Girl,
with
y'all girls
Fonz,
need to
well,
battle rap, because
hold on,
y'all
hold on.
fucking.
Can I just speak for me? But with Fonz, like he and I had 11 days. When Suge and I actually got locked in, we knew about it, but it was literally 18 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think sometimes those things should matter too. What Jazz did with Loso was crazy. Granted, it was one round, but that was 5 days prep.
And
I
I'm not
think
going
those
to
things
hold you,
matter.
Shoni.
Facts.
That's for
Vixen
people
battle
to
Tay Rock
actually
on very short
argue.
prep as
Facts.
well.
Those
I
things
Yeah,
believe
but that's
somebody
matter.
for
brought
people
that
to
up. So
argue
those
on the
things do go
panel.
into account. But
Right.
again,
We
a
take
three
that
round
into
battle is
account.
not
But
a
that's
one round
arguing on the
battle.
panel.
One
No,
round
And
I'm
that's
battles
just
get
speaking. I'm
like
not
that's
counted.
just
speaking
I
about
yeah,
one
just
yeah.
really
round.
Like
want y'all to stop
I'm not
saying that they
speaking
don't
about the
count
one
for
round,
nothing
three
because
round.
I
that's
think
not true.
facts. I
It's
think
true,
Tata.
because
I
that's what
think
it
I
sounds like.
think
I'm
that
Y'all
I
not
Right,
niggas,
think what
speaking
it
about
these
the
was
one
one
round
Tata.
round.
battles be lasting.
I tried.
Okay, can we get a little bit of order? Just a tad bit of order. What we gonna do is J2, we gonna go to you, and then Doc Petty, you been then had your hand up for forever. We're gonna go to you, Shuni. You are free to speak, okay? Because we spoke about you on the panel. You're free to speak. Put your damn hand down. Your Simpson hand.
Sorry,
Okay.
LOL. I moved on from the one round, three round thing. I'm just asking in general, does prep time take any consideration? Does it hold any weight when
And
it
it
comes to
does
like strength
hold
of
weight
schedule?
in a
Okay.
sense of that is to be debated. That is to be debated on the panel. Meaning when we get up
Gotcha.
there, we have everything that we have mapped out. If that's a part of your debate, that's a part of something that you're
I
using
would
to
like
push
to see
somebody
that
forward.
mentioned a lot more
Absolutely.
too. Yeah, I would like to see just feedback for you. I would like to see that mentioned a lot more, especially like if you're going into next year
I
discussing
think we
certain things. A
definitely
lot of
have
women
mentioned
have
it.
done a
The
lot of things on short prep.
yeah, I think we definitely
We
mentioned
mentioned
it.
it on the Vixen
I
battle.
ain't booking no
Yeah.
more
It
one
was the
round
first
battles
time
this year, because I'm not gonna be on the
opponent put
panel.
Tay Rock over it. We
I
definitely
think
mentioned
it's a difference between what's a part of the criteria and what.
The boss, you're not even supposed to be talking right now. We going to J2. I'm sorry.
Dang, I ain't know
Uh,
I wasn't supposed to be talking.
so okay, I'm just keep it short. But I think,
I
and this
love
is
you.
just to kind of point it out,
I
just
know
so
you
that
do.
y'all know why people keep saying stuff about the 1 rounds, is because I think during the panel the 1 rounds were very much washed over. So even though I know y'all say that they do count, what it looked like from the panel was like that they had no weight at all. That's what, and I'm like, I understand what y'all saying.
So
I'm telling
J2,
y'all what it looked like.
can you name me one monumental, I'm talking about super impactful 1 rounder from the females this year?
Midnight Madness.
I ain't gonna hold you. Midnight Madness. Me and
So
Bonnie's two on
so
two.
here's where I'm
Uh,
gonna go with that, right? Here's what I'm gonna go with that because that's the biggest one, right? The
mm,
biggest one is the Shuni versus Fendi one, right?
I mean, I was gonna keep going,
That
but yeah.
Her
was
getting the
that,
belt, and that
but what
came
my
up.
point is that was mentioned. Like we did mention that when we were speaking about
Very
Shuni, that
fast.
No,
definitely
I
got
understand.
brought
No,
up.
you did. But
So
Riri, this what I'm
that's
saying
my
is
point. My point is if it's something that is worth mentioning and it means something, we're definitely going to mention it. But when it comes down to 1 rounders, if it don't make sense to mention your 1 rounder, why are we mentioning that when we could talk about your 3 round one-on-one matchups or your battle of the year winner 2-on-2 matchup. Like we could talk
Because and
about
the reason why I think that you would mention them though is because it would corroborate a story. Like for instance,
Beat
when you're
back and
having an
forth.
argument about Bonnie, it completely nobody says anything about the fact that she actually did stand in front of Mac Myron and clean paper last year. So
no, we
like that,
didn't talk about
no,
that.
and
We
I no,
talked
I
about
get
that,
no,
but
I
that's
get
a
it.
one rounder as well
I
too. We
I
spoke
get
on
it, but
that
I'm
and
what I'm
said that's a
telling
one
y'all is
rounder.
from to us, it seemed like the one rounders. I know what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. What I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
what it looked like to us as the fans watching it, it looked like
Okay.
the one rounders had no weight.
It looked like they just didn't
Oh,
get
can
no
I
action,
mention
no
It,
emotion.
like that's what it looked like. And I'm
It
not
ain't
saying
look.
that it
That's what
didn't.
it was.
I'm
Nah, I
just
hear
saying
what
what
you're
it looked
saying. It
like.
just looked like it didn't get no
Yeah.
motion.
ladies,
I
y'all
got you.
completely left off Miami battling Beretta at Initiation 2.
I definitely
I
was
want
gonna
y'all to
say
know
that,
that y'all didn't
Julie.
mention that at
Mm,
all.
That was gonna be the point I was gonna
That
mm.
make
that
mention.
I don't even like her. She put in a
I ain't
lot
gonna
of
lie.
work
I
last
don't
Initiation
even
year.
two
like her.
didn't
It's
Y'all
count for
crazy.
stop.
nothing last year unless you
I
was a
definitely was
couple of
gonna come
days.
up here and
Shout out to Jay
advocate
Black.
for Miami. I felt like she was
Miami
completely,
deserved to be up on there
I
too.
would say slighted. That's the word I want to say, but I think maybe overlooked. Even at 15, I think that would have been commensurate with
I
what she
honestly feel like
I
the
had her
what
at
she.
the
15,
highlight of Miss
but I feel like
Miami's
Lola
year
did make
was
a good
battling
argument.
Shotgun Suge, right? That was the highlight of her year. And outside of that, did she do good? And do I personally enjoy Miss Miami? Absolutely. I watch every last single one of her matchups. Like it don't matter what it is. I love her
Why
aggression.
I don't got the biggest
I
picture?
love her wittiness with her bars and shit like that. But at the same time, her highlight was
I
one
also felt
thing
like
and
she was
and
over.
Yeah,
it's
but y'all
She was,
still gotta take credit for missing a
I
whole
also felt
battle.
like her performance was over critiqued. I feel like the way you all talked about her, well, not the panel. I'm not talking about the panel in large. No specifics about anybody. But she was over critiqued with respect to her performance. And if you listen to Miami, that's just how she talks. It's just who she is as a person, and for her to I think the word was for her to use a different voice, she wouldn't be herself. She would
Right.
not be the Miami that we want her to be again. Salute. I agree with the Shuni observation. I also agree with the official observation. I think both of those people deserve to be at different places on the list, and I also think that just as a fan observing that Miami should have made that list as well.
I ain't
we
gonna hold you, Doc.
tried.
I had her at 15, but I
Me
do think
too.
Lola made a good argument with Chirac. I will say
Chirac did
too
not belong
that
there over Miami. We're not doing that.
excuse me, Don. I will say too that in the Miss
Her
Miami
record
case,
was
I
peak
do understand where
integrity.
you were saying people was critiquing the way she is and her style, but I do also remember several people on the panel rebuttaling that, saying
Oh
exactly
yeah.
what you were
Oh no,
saying.
yeah. But my point is the over critique. Like I feel like we all feel that way about a bunch of people. I wish this one would do this one or less of this. I mean, but I feel like it's a different weight when women are critiquing women for showing up however they show up. I'm just gonna put that as an observation. Finally,
Only for that
I think
observation.
you all did a wonderful job. Tai Tai, you are my panelist of the year. I appreciate the way you kept trying to bring people back to the criteria. I'm going to say this. I've been saying this for a while. Salute Jay Black for this award. I think y'all need a rubric. I think it's going to help you all be more discussant as you all deliberate just going forward. I don't know if there is one. I'm sure there's a manual because he's pretty thorough, but a rubric would definitely help. It'll help you weight uh, battles based on a bunch of different criteria. And to the point that Du made during the deliberation, everything can be measured, and that's what weights do. That's another conversation for another space. But thank you.
Thank you, Doc.
Hey y'all, why KCJ light work way more heavy than Hustle's light work item back on the list?
I
Ooh.
don't think
Talk
it
Hmm.
weighed
about
I
it.
more
don't
heavy.
understand it.
How did it weigh heavier?
I ain't gonna lie, the way that y'all talked about it when it got to Hustle and her light
Mm.
works, they was kind of like, all right, but it was light work. When it
I
got to
feel like
Casey, it was a strong
everybody.
argument.
Maybe
I'm gonna
because
tell
her
you what
light
the
work
Was
was
Hustle
with
number
disagreement
art.
two?
was.
Maybe
Hustle was two.
because
I
her
think
light
that we
work
were
was
just
with Arsenal.
right.
You ever
Go
thought
ahead, Lo.
about that?
So
You s- but I mean,
Still
respectfully,
was
Hustle
next
had
JC
Seed
second.
had a
and
way better year
JC.
than Arsenal did.
And as
Yeah,
we
Still
well
was
know, Hustle would do this
92nd.
advocacy
and,
for herself, but she can't join this space.
Respectfully,
and
I did mention how Hustle 30 JC and probably ended him even being in the top five.
Hustle was
But I will
in
also
second
say that
place.
Hustle is
I don't
number
even
two on
think
the
that we
list
would
and
be
she's above
arguing
Casey
about what
J. So I
Hustle
don't
is.
even
Yeah,
Right.
know why we
I think
even.
that was a
that's
part
well,
of
fair.
it.
like I
I
said,
think that was a part of it.
the only reason I brung it up is because I
Because
felt
we
like it was an
discussing
argument and
fairness.
moving forward, and we discussing that. I just kind of felt like even still, because at the same time, if you discuss that, if Casey J's light work counted as much as y'all said Hustle's light work did, then you pushing
Are you talking
Casey
about
J
a
back up on the
solo?
list.
You're talking about
Mm.
one singular light work, correct?
I'm talking about Casey J's light work
I'm
compared
talking
to
about,
actually
and that's
Hustle's
what I'm
too.
saying. You're talking about one singular light work, correct?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to two light works, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Damn,
Correct.
I'm
one.
about to go to my
That's
next
right
battle
there.
and just fuck it up. I
Huh?
don't even care.
Yeah,
It's
but
going rounds.
Hustle had two.